is bad. There's no place for that, and that's a thing in the fact that Julia doesn't have nature's claims,
Sure.
which is something that some lists do run.
Yeah, we dropped a lot.
Uh-oh.
Stream go down.
Are we? Oh, there. Oh, that was weird. We just got hit with a spike, guys. I don't know what just happened. Sorry about that. So Julia not happy with hers. We'll keep an eye on things as we're hoping stream stabilizes.
Downloading in the background wonders why the stream keeps suffering. Yeah, tell me about it, dude. Tell me about it.
Is that not what you're supposed to be doing in the background?
I mean, that's why I told Nan we were doing it over here.
Yeah.
I knew my bandwidth was going to be eaten up. Julia, starting with the Gadaxian Pro, says, what's in the box?
Yeah, which is really smart. Get an idea of how quickly she needs to be worried about what's coming her way. But that she knows she'll be facing a turn 1 duress here, potentially 2 duresses coming down. Because so we could see 1 duress and a Lantern of Insight coming down, different things like that. What? Can't wait to own 2 PS4s for no reason for a few days? And
15, the only way to play.
I think that's a bingo spot. Go below 16 on turn 1.
That is definitely bingo. And shows a noble.
Okay, I like that. That is also a way to say, hey, I have a Blighted Agent that I'm trying to play.
Yep. And Mox Opal. Here's 1 duress. What do you got? I've got lands and a Blighted Agent. What do you got? Makes that second looks real bad.
Yeah, but we will be seeing probably a Lantern come down here. No, opting to wait on it.
Oh, nice. Nice.
But Blighted's going to be coming down here for Julia. Opting for the Ink Moth here as well.
And it passed. Yep, just setting up for that turn 3.
I don't know.
Here is an Academy Ruins.
Now the Lantern's going to come down. There's a Lantern on top. Don't really need 2 of those.
Hey, there's a Vines on top for Julia.
Oh, can't cast Lantern, no Metalcraft yet. You're right. Thanks, guys. Keeping me honest.
Codex Shredder gonna shred away that Vines.
Yeah, because you really don't want to have that pump thrown down there, knowing that Julia's just full of lands. And this is smart, choosing to have Julia shuffle up her library here.
Maybe?
1, 2, 3.
Looks like he may be doing the math. Like,
4.
can you cast it next turn if I...
She can.
She can.
Because she has lands in her hand, which I'm pretty sure there's at least 1 fetch land.
Yep. Yeah, so you have to. I think even if she wasn't able to cast it, letting her draw become immense is bad news bears. So
yeah.
I think either way, you just need to shuffle that up and hope that there's not a become immense on top.
Right.
Or a surprise larger than life.
Larger than life.
Hashtag make larger than life a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Phyrexian perfection.
Yep. All right. Let's see. We're in Catacomb. At least 2 damage is coming across here. And Julia making a good point that because she had, whether she had a fetch or not, with the Noble, she had enough in her graveyard to just cast it outright by paying the mana for it. And so 2 damage is going to come across here. So putting 2 poison counters on our tab here. And Lantern's going to come down. There's one of the welding jars. Glistener Elf on top. Another Duress is going to come down, targeting you.
What do you got? Like
Viridian Corruptor,
nice.
2 lands. So she's really holding on to that until the Ensnaring Bridge comes down.
Like it. With enough mana to hit something hard.
A mutagenic.
Taps the Opal. Plays a Pithing Needle. And we're going to say Inkmoth Nexus.
Makes sense.
Julie says, that's fine. Pass back.
Another
Shows
Noble.
a Noble Hierarch on top of the deck.
So 4 damage coming across here with a mutagenic and Noble.
Did she have that Viridian in her hand the entire time?
No.
Alright, so she was able to draw that.
Not since the original Duress.
Okay. So here's a Misty.
Using the Noble to pay and then saying, no, you know what, I can just deal regular. I'll take a little bit of damage, that's fine. So dropping herself down to 13 off that Phyrexian mana there. Ryan's still trying to get himself set up with an Ensnaring Bridge.
Yeah, he's just, like, hey, can I play this?
There's that welding jar.
Yep. That'll be...
Letting the Noble come out. Ooh, become immense on top. Playing another land, going to 11.
Passes back.
And sitting at 9 now. So really, Ryan's hoping for a Abrupt Decay here. gonna use Lantern to shuffle up his library here, sacrificing it to look around.
Yeah, I mean, basically just kind of saying, like, look, I need an answer.
Mm-hmm.
I'm at 9 poison, and I need something.
Snaring Bridge does not save him here. It has to be abrupt, because Snaring Bridge, Viridian Corruptor comes down, and Julia takes it. Oh, there's a bridge on top.
Wow.
Oh, there's a Pyroclasm, too. That would have also actually helped her. Oh, you're right. He has the welding jar. That darn welding jar. Oh, no. Oh, this is going to be so bad then, because Julia... Oh.
Wow.
So Ryan at 9 poison. Drew into the Ensnaring Bridge. Trust me, I stared at it. No! The welding jar to save the day. And the Pyroclasm's on top, so those nobles that would be normally swinging in for more damage are now not going to be swinging in. This is a tough spot. She really has to have that shuffle target artifact or enchantment back into player's library to essentially win here.
Yep. It's okay, Julia. Even though you're playing Infect, you're still the lesser of 2 evils here.
There's just something about particular decks that are always the bad guys.
Lantern Control is the bad guy.
Lantern Control is the bad guy. Like, it used to be Affinity was kind of like the bad guy of Modern.
They were until we started rooting for them.
Until it's like, oh, robots versus Eldrazi. Let's go, robots!
Yeah, remember that day? That was fun.
Eldrazi, always bad guys. Lantern Control, always bad guys. Julia holding on to those fetch lands so she could be able to try to save the important draws. We saw that Pithy Needle would actually be relevant against Welding Jar and stuff.
It's healthy for Modern to have a deck like Lantern Control. That's the little LSP in the background. Gonna fetch. Save that might.
Saving the might. Some players have also opted for Hurkyl's Recall in their list. It has not been as prevalent. That Affinity has fallen off a little bit more, and there's not very much Lantern Control, but definitely a card that would help in this position. But again, you need to build your sideboard based on these are the cards that I need to help me win the matchups that I can't normally win. And Lantern Control is a really difficult matchup, and we're seeing in these sort of position, hey, Julia got Ryan to 9, and it's still not enough.
Man, this is the second game. Ryan is sitting at 9 poison.
Yeah.
And just able to lock Julia down.
A lot of decision making going into this, where you see the weight. All right, now I'm going to do a bunch of fetches here. Julia's saying, I had that in my side for a little bit, and then the affinity player that I live with took it out. Yeah, like, it's hard because you have to look at the meta overall, but there are a few flex spots set up in the Infect sideboard. Most of the stuff is like, no, you need this in your sideboard kind of thing. Like, Kitchen Finks has become a you need this in your sideboard now. Used to not be. So it's like you've had to adjust your sideboard over time. And with not as much affinity, not as much decks like this, it makes sense to take it out because really it's not a very used sideboard card anymore. So why keep something in that you're not using very often? And there's the Pyroclasm.
Pyroclasm comes down just to really wipe the board.
And with that Pithing Needle on Ink Moth, hey, that's not going to help much. But hey, here's another Noble. Here's an Elf. So at this point in time, knowing that Viridian Corruptor won't be able to save the day and Julia doesn't have any other removals, like if she was running Nature's Claim and stuff like that, then she could have the option to, oh, I'm going to try to Nature's Claim to force that to pop and then play, you know, Viridian Corruptor and stuff. But with her only single artifact enchantment removal, it does make it difficult. Yeah, so at this point, Ryan's kind of got things sealed up more or less, unless he isn't able to get any additional Codex Shredders or stuff to control Julia's draws. Spellskite's nice, and with the Codex Shredder, so
it's really, when it comes to this late in the game, it's kind of like, can I hope that the Lantern Control player is going to make a mistake?
Mm-hmm.
Draw a card, draw 2 cards, and then realize that they can't cast them.
Right.
And then that Ensnaring Bridge is turned off.
Hey, there's that Pithing Needle again.
Shredder, Pithing Needle. Julie's gonna fetch in response. Go to 8. Looks like Julie and Ryan are doing a little chit-chatting about the deck.
So this is one of the reasons why a lot of people do not like the laner control. Is when it gets to this point where it's just like, well, we're going to continue to do this like pass go kind of thing where I'm slowly digging for my win cons and you're doing nothing.
Yep.
And it's that doing nothing that I think a lot of players do not like. Like you'll see some that same or similar frustration against Storm players, where they're just like, "Hey, I'm going to play Solitaire, Manamorphose, and Withdrawal."
Glad I can interact with this.
Right? Yeah, it's like people don't like not being able to interact in Magic. They want to have those interactive in games, and that was fun, interactive Magic kind of thing. Well, yeah, but the fun police, some might call some of the decks out there. Like Lander Control being the fun police, but Infect's kind of the combo police. Keep some of those really crazy combo decks in check, not letting them run rampant in a format or something like that.
So let's stir things up as we're waiting. Who wants to bring Splinter Twin back?
No.
Hashtag Splinter Twin.
I don't think we need to. I don't know. It was.
I didn't say we needed to. I said who wants to.
Oh, you're right. You can look at the ban list and see what other stuff people want to bring in. Look, people talked about Stoneforge Mystic. I don't think we need to have Stoneforge Mystic. This guy, yes.
Yes.
Oh
no. I want to win.
Taxes for days saying I want to win. Yeah.
They control great again. Let's do it.
Free twin.
Hashtag one is twin.
Yeah. We had a conversation about this because Chris started playing Modern after Twin was banned, so he didn't know.
Man, what a time to be alive! Not knowing what Splinter Twin is. Codex Shredder.
Like, it's crazy to think about, like, the progression of Modern, from like Birthing Pod to the Splinter Twins to like the Eldrazi, and like just they have done a good job of unbanning stuff, and you can see like, oh, for the most part the stuff they've unbanned has not had that huge of an impact, with the exception I think Golgari Grave Troll has been the biggest impact card now that Prized Amalgam was printed.
Yeah.
Before then, it was not that big a deal.
When it came back onto the Modern scene, I was like, oh great, Golgari Grave Troll. Mm-hmm. Now the like 2 people that play Dredge are gonna be super excited.
Yeah.
And then Prized Amalgam came out, and they were like, oh, hey, you guys want to play Dredge again?
Do you want to play Dredge again? People talking about Jace. And as it's progressed, I think Jace could potentially be unbanned in Modern, maybe. I would rather have Jace in Modern than Stoneforge.
Cool colored bell. Just keeping things going. We are nearing the end of the round.
So, why this is still continuing on and it's coming near the end of things.
Oh, no, we are at round...
This is active player turn 1.
We're
50 seconds off. No big deal. Round started before we turned on the timer for it. I've lost my train of thought of what I was going to ask you now. While things are winding down for this match... holiday stream.
Uh-huh.
Do you want to do the cube draft? Do you want to do a regular draft? Do some other wacky fun?
No, I think we need to do the cube.
Okay.
The cube needs a little love. I think we can have some fun with that.
All right. Let's figure out a good way to set up cameras for. I guess we could get footage of even just one person's draft picks, but it would be nice to have like 2 people's or something, or deck building stuff. We'll have to do.
Talking about this thing for like months.
Cube would be awesome. Yeah, so I have a Ravnica Cube, which is original Ravnica block and return to Ravnica block. I'll probably have to do a little bit of tweaking to it since before we do the coverage of it, because I was checking the numbers recently, and is a little bit green favored for the mono style of it. I mean, it's very much a multicolor focus, but so we're seeing some redirects with spell skites and things like that going on.
P. Martinez, because ramp doesn't exist in modern. He's got a point. It's definitely there. I mean, you'd really have to think about like how would you ramp into a Jason Mind Sculptor? What sort of shell? Obviously a control shell.
Well, and that's the thing, is like most of the control shells aren't doing much ramping.
Yeah. Here's a Ghoul Colors bill on top. Become Immense for Julia. We're on turn 2. Exactly. Yeah, control shells don't really want noble or birds.
No. With the no. Nothing like that would really benefit them. Some people have tried to make the like Bant Walkers and things like that. And then you had like the Bant Spirit list, but it's not really the real control shells that you're used to seeing,
right.
Like Jeskai control or Grixis control, Nahiri control, things like that. So turn 3 and turns, we need to get little cards made too, like SCG Opens have for their like going to turns. Just other things we need to do that we don't do.
Just add it to the list.
Right. First though, shirts. And we're gonna get a straw poll going to set out on Twitter and stuff.
Here we go, boy. Here's that Viridian Corruptor.
Pop it.
Bam.
Also, I'm going to redirect it to the spell skite. Because you can do that too.
Or you can just ban Lantern. And his
what? We have Lantern on camera next.
Gear per Aether Grid sitting on top.
Hey, that's a win con. Because he can deal 8 damage as soon as he plays that.
Julia fighting the good fight all the way to the end.
Yeah, counting it up. 2, 4. Let's see, because you tap 2 artifacts. He's just like, it's going to turns. I'll just draw. That's fine.
Here's Tezzeret, Ancient of Bolus.
And going to turn 5.
Untaps. Draws Become Immense, which does
nothing.
Literally nothing. Blossoming Defense on top. Because I'm a giver. And the hand is extended. Ryan's going to take it 101.
Whew. Talk about a marathon. Talk about a marathon.
Literally. It wasn't a sprint. It was a marathon.
Hey, round 3's done.
Hey, round 3 is done. So you know what time that means. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us for 2 rounds of exciting Modern coverage and then 1 round of Lantern Control, just showing us what Lantern Control does best, and that's slowing the tempo of the stream down.
Hey, I know you guys were going really fast for a while here. You had the Affinity versus Merfolk and stuff.
Yeah.
Let's just
let's slow
guys,
down.
you're going too fast.
Let's
Slow down.
What's going on in everyone's decks? Let's really look at every card and analyze them.
So thanks for tuning in, guys. Whether you're watching us live or from the VODs, we appreciate you guys tuning in with us. You know, it does mean a lot that you guys support us coming out and viewing some awesome Modern coverage week in, week out. We've been doing this since February, getting closer to that kind of 1 year time frame of doing coverage. I know, it's great. So kind of the usual stuff that we do at the halfway is basically the same thing we do at the beginning of the stream and the end of the stream, which is kind of the thank yous to you guys. Thank you to, you know, all you guys watching at home, watching live, watching from the VODs. We have some people in particular that we'd love to thank. We've got 2 people at a higher enough backer level from the patron Trip over at Comic Kung Fu, which if you guys do !shop, it'll put up the information for that if you're wondering where the shop is actually located. Then we've got, of course, Dionysus Bacchus, a.k.a. Table Judge Extraordinaire, Mr. Man of Cork Street Tavern. Has some great food.
Mr. Man of Cork Street Tavern.
You know.
Wait, is the match over yet?
And then, of course, we've got Matthew Manson, our other member from Patreon, helping us out, throwing some money our way. Not at the high enough backer level to have a personal sponsorship on stream, but definitely at high enough backer level to get a shout out amongst the other patron donors out there. And then we've had some thanks from awesome viewers at home that's opened up their wallets and helped us out get new camera, get the awesome dice you see on camera, as well as the playmat. We've got stickers, which I'm actually gonna get because I know they're over here somewhere. Oh, they're in that big envelope right there too. There they are. Bam.
I carry a couple just in case.
So we got stickers as giveaways. We're getting the shirts figured out. We're gonna get a official Modern Magic Monday sweatshirt that we'll do. Open up some more stuff for you guys to be purchasing and having fun with and stuff like that. I built and sleeved a Modern deck during that match, which is great. So, of course, shout out to number 1 Drewski Brew, who actually hopped on earlier to stream, help us out there. But we've had some other guys. Our mystery donor Atticus, he's down eating dinner right now, so we're probably not going to see a donation from him. Tatradamus, Dionysus Bacchus, Lalagoyf, Nate Hop 34, Burgleton, Stormdust 07, Badger 934, Strog Smash, and Weeboo Wet Dream. You all are awesome.
Thank you guys.
You guys
so
are
much. So yeah, I mean, that's halfway point.
While we're looking at points, why don't you tell us about Mana that's now a part of the stream?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And I think we should give a bunch for those that stuck with us during that last match.
Sure. So guys, good news. Because we're a fantastic stream, we have this channel. We've got a bot now that is holding up and earning us all mana.
He is.
Earning us mana. And look at that. He's going to hook us up with 1,500 mana into the pools of every player watching. And you can gamble that away.
At your leisure.
At your leisure. You can hold on. Look at that. Look at that. Charles nailing it with a 74.
Mm-hmm.
Hairball nailing it. Look at that. We are just earning mana left and right.
Good job, guys.
And you can hold on to that for giveaways, for merch,
maybe discounts for merches.
Discounts. I mean, this is all stuff that we're looking at. So just keep that in mind.
Also, if you follow us over at our other locations, like the YouTube channel and the Twitter, that will help get you some mana that you can be spending just from doing that. We've got it all tied together for you. But here's our update for the round. We've got 2 9-pointers.
We sure do.
So you know who we're seeing on camera.
The end boss, Lyle Rolfe, sitting at 9 points, joining Ryan Carter with 9 points as well. That Lantern Control is doing him quite well.
Yeah, a lot of 6-pointers, couple 3-pointers. Oh, Robert. Riding the struggle bus.
Is there a spider ring? Maybe.
Biovisionary.
Not getting there right now.
Not yet. But there's still 2 more rounds for him. So let's go over to round 4, guys.
Let's get there.
See what we can do.
Round number 4. it can only be the end boss, Lyle Rolfs, battling against